The island of Kefalonia has a lot to offer. In our last video, we visited the famous Myrtos beach and the charming village of Assos.
And I love it. It's so picturesque. Oh my god, guys, this is what I wanted to see. It's so pretty.
This time we had our eyes on the mountains. We could see them right from our accommodation, almost teasing us every day. But the weather didn't exactly look welcoming.
The clouds are developing over the mountains.
So we decided to take it slow and explore something closer first. A secret beach we'd heard about. Will we actually find it? Well, that's debatable.
We see the main beach. It looks like a sand beach that way.
And those mysterious mountains? Let's just say that they didn't end where it started.
So we are now in Mount Ainos National Park.
But let's begin at our little house with its lovely morning garden vibes.
This is such a beautiful morning. Having breakfast here on the terrace, it's the best thing. And look, there are still these citruses that fell down from the trees. So we are using them as juice into our tea. And that's nice. They are quite ripe. Maybe a small orange or something, and it brings a nice taste into our tea. I'm looking forward to this. Today we wanted to go to the mountains. Not this hill that is close to our accommodation with the castle on the top of the hill. We already went there. But the main mountains are there in the clouds. You definitely can't see those ones. So we've been deciding the whole morning. Should we go? Shouldn't we? And we decided we are not going now because the clouds are developing over the mountains and that wouldn't be great. We have just a few warm, sunny days, so it would be a shame to waste this day there in the mountains. So we are going there, not into the bushes, but you can see more blue sky there. So there should be beaches on the southern side of the island, and we are going there. We'll see what's there, and maybe later the clouds over the mountains will start disappearing. If yes, then we can go up there. These beaches are close to our accommodation. We parked our car here. The journey took 6 minutes. There are a few parking spaces here, but there is nobody. It's just us. It looks so nice, the car and the turquoise water of the sea behind it. So, I don't know, Tommy was saying that maybe this place is more for locals than tourists. And that's why there is nobody, because it's quite late. It's almost noon. We are always so slow, but still nobody here, which we love. Of course, this is the best for us when there are no people. And yeah, we'll see what's here. There is not much of an idyllic sandy beach here. It's all rocky. And we'll be continuing kinda along the coast, and there should be some secluded beaches. At least that's what we saw on pictures. So you need to be a little bit adventurous here. And we are going. We are adventurous.
We are walking along the coast, and here's the first beach we could theoretically use. It's a stone pebble beach, but it's good to know it's here, but we will continue hiking further to see what's there.
It was more like an obstacle course than a trail, hopping over rocks, squeezing through tiny openings and carefully picking our way along the coast. One definitely has to be careful here. The beach we saw in the pictures was called Nipsias Beach. At first we read it's only accessible by boat, but then we found someone saying you can walk along the coast and eventually reach it. It wouldn't be us if we hadn't tried, and that's how our little wild goose chase began. We just can't resist those secluded, hard-to-reach beaches, always hoping for the best for us, which means no people in sight.
We've been walking for about 20 minutes and we are reaching the first sand beaches, which is nice. So we might come back here if there's nothing interesting further. But we want to go behind that corner. That's where the main beach should be. We'll see if we reach it. We see the main beach. It looks like a sand beach that way, but it's impossible to get there from this point because there are a lot of cliffs and it's not possible to walk on them. And the water is too deep because we have the backpacks, so we can't walk through here. It would be impossible even to probably hold them above our heads because it's just too deep. So we will have to turn around and go back and choose one of the spots that we found along the way.
We returned back to this little sandy spot. I still have water shoes. Guys, you should already know that in the Mediterranean you always have to be prepared with water shoes because there are often rocky beaches. So here there are rocks here and there. That's why I have this. And it looks like a nice spot. There are no people whatsoever. And yeah, I'm going to try the water. We are just not amused because look, again, clouds are coming. It looks like they are coming onto us. So, oh my God. But now it's so warm, we are sweaty, and I'm going. Bye. There are almost no rocks, so it's very nice, very great. I love it. And I also need to show you, we can see the neighboring island of Zakynthos from here, there, and it's also quite mountainous. There are clouds developing over Zakynthos as well, but it's cool to see from here.
In the end, it was a great spot and we were enjoying it a lot. Nobody showed up, it was completely deserted, which was perfect. You don't even need swimwear here. Except, you know, if you are filming a YouTube video. Then it's all about following community guidelines or risking being demonetized. Safety first, guys.
The clouds have come, so it's time for us to leave our little private beach, which we really loved, but it's time to go explore some more places.
Yeah, we spent like 3 hours here, which is great. We enjoyed it a lot. And in the end, we didn't need the water shoes because there were no rocks, just a few big ones, but you could see those ones sticking out of the water, and all the other area was sand. So that was so pleasant.
Yep, better than we expected.
Yes, such a great find. This little private beach, our private beach. And now we need to go and we'll see what's next. It's quite late already, so we don't know about the mountains, but
we'll find something, so stay tuned.
Yeah, maybe nothing. But that's also something.
Okay, so go away.
Relaxing.
At that point, the clouds were still over the mountains, as you can see here. But we thought they were slowly disappearing, so we decided we would risk it and we'd see. It was about an hour-long drive to the top.
We are making our way to the mountains. We are going there after all, even though it's so late. But look, wow, we are already quite high up and the views are mesmerizing, magnificent and breathtaking. Look at the town down there and we can see the Ionian Sea everywhere and we can see everything. It looks absolutely perfect.
We are almost all the way up on the mountain. We are still under the clouds, so that's good. And we have a bench here where you can sit like this. And from here you have views like this.
So we are now in Mount Ainos National Park. There are these weird antennas or something, and you can see clouds flowing through the sky. It looks so cool. So we are here, yay! And you can drive totally up here. This is the highest peak with these antennas. I don't know if you can see them. There are actually two peaks with the same height. This one is called Megalos Soros and it's 1,628 meters above sea level. And wow, now it's disappearing in the clouds. It's so interesting. And we are going this way, more into forests and more in nature, because this parking lot here doesn't look very national parky. So this is better. You can feel the colder air. It's quite colder here, but still when you walk, which we are going to do now, you can keep warm at least a little bit. It's not windy, that's the main thing, because wind always makes everything colder, and sometimes even the sun peeks through the clouds, so I like it. The air is very fresh.
What's interesting to us, at least, is that in this national park there are fir trees everywhere, while if you are at the bottom by the ocean, not the ocean, by the sea, then there are pine trees everywhere. So that's what we usually expect in the Mediterranean. So maybe that's why this is the national park.
Yeah.
It's unusual.
We were reading that these are Kefalonian fir trees, and they grow from the heights of 800 meters upwards, up to these peaks. So yeah, it's different here. The views here are totally crazy. We can even see the neighboring island, Zakynthos,
Amazing.
kinda in the mist and haze and everything, because the clouds are around us. Look at this big one. It's still developing and dissipating and everything. It's so pretty, but we are totally so high up and it goes so down. Wow. So we can see a lot from the Ionian Sea and everything. Oh my God, this was so worth it. We've been here for 5 minutes and it's absolutely amazing here.
Soon after, we have also views on the other side of the island, and it looks like there are a lot of different mountain ranges behind. So we're thinking we can also see the neighboring island called Ithaca, and behind it is probably also the mainland, the Greek mainland. So it looks very impressive. So many mountains everywhere.
Yes.
And sea in between them. That's quite unique to me.
Yeah, it looks... Wow, we weren't expecting this.
We're definitely glad we came here to the mountains, because we were wondering if it's worth it, but it definitely is for us.
It is worth it, even though it's kinda hazy, you know, the visibility is not the best, but still I can't believe how high up we are compared to the surroundings.
Yeah.
That's why it looks so magnificent, because we can see a lot from up here.
The whole island and the neighboring islands and everything.
Yeah. Originally, we wanted to go for a hike here, for a bigger hike, 11.5 kilometers, and it would be a loop and everything, but of course it's too late for that now. So we are not rushing, we are just walking here and enjoying the air and the views, and wow.
This forest is so dense. It's very interesting.
It's so dark here.
Yeah. And we are now hiking in it, going up to the second mountain with the same height as the first one. The path is very slippery. The rocks, but also all the wood, even the mud a little bit. So we have to be careful.
Yeah. After all the rain, which happened 2 days ago.
Oh yeah.
We are now in the cloud, looks like. There are still views. Some part of the land is peeking through, and also the reflection of the sunshine. It's so strong. But look how fast the clouds are coming here. It's so interesting. And there is the highest peak, the one of two highest peaks. And there are also views on this side. We are totally high up and we can see on both sides. Look how the clouds are rolling over the ridge, over the peak. It's so interesting to see.
They are peaking.
No, we are peaking. The peak is peaking from the clouds.
That's funny. rewrite the books, the highest peak of Kefalonia is Tommy.
So it's not 1628 meters, but 1630.
Yes, that's correct.
Show us the highest peak. Yay! And with the hands up, it's even more.
And a half.
Guys. Wow. Are you scared?
Yeah, it's a little bit terrifying, even though I have nowhere to fall. But still, the views are amazing from here. 360. I see everything. The whole island, basically.
Guys.
Except what's behind the other highest peak.
So this peak, without Tommy, is 1628 meters, and it's called Megas Soros. And I think it's prettier than Megalosaurus there with the antennas.
Because it has us on it.
Okay, that too, yes. And that one has antennas, and we are prettier than antennas. I'm totally overwhelmed. I don't know what to film first. Sometimes it's cloudy, sometimes it's sunny, so the light is changing fast. Sunny is of course prettier, and I can't from all of this. I'm always overwhelmed when there is too much beauty, and now there is. I'm so glad we came here, because when we were on the beach and even in the car, we were debating if we should come here or not. But this is totally worth it. The Zakynthos there, clouds are still like going. Look at this one. This one was so much bigger when we arrived, and now just remnants of that cloud. But it's still trying to do something.
Time to go. It got cold, the clouds are coming back, but it's still beautiful. But yeah, we are cold. We've been here for quite a long time with all the filming, so I am very slow with everything. But yeah, we are leaving this beauty.
Wow, there is a big herd of goats here on the road. They have all these bells. And it looks kinda scary how they are watching us. Oh my god. Will this be okay? Like, we need to pass through here. Hello! We are friendly. I'm quite scared.
Interesting. They just want to pass through.
This is amazing. Wow, I love it. I want to pet them, but they don't want it. Woo. This was definitely new. I love it.
That was amazing.
So many of them.
There's still one.
Yes,
hungry goat there.
yes, I see them. There are more of them still there. And the sky is also beautiful. Wow. Hello! Okay, I think let's leave them be. But this was very exciting and beautiful. Wow. I know something similar from Slovakia because in the mountains sometimes there are big herds of sheep, not goats but sheep. And I remember when we were on a trip with my grandpa and my sister, we saw a big herd of 400 sheep, and I still remember it, the number, like 400 sheep, and it was so exciting and such an adventure. It's very deep in my memory, so this kind of brought it back, the goats and the bells and everything. Oh my god. So again, one more thing, that was definitely worth it to come here to this national park.